Hello student, let's try to understand the process of respiration. This we can see the respiration. We have discussed nutrition in organism is the last section. The food material taken during the process of nutrition is used in cell to provide the energy for the various life process. Diverse organisms do this in different way. Some use oxygen to break down glucose completely into carbon dioxide, water and some other pathway that do not involve oxygen. In all cases, the first step is the breakdown of the glucose, a 6 carbon into the 3 carbon molecules called pyruvate. This process takes place in cytoplasm. Further, the pyruvate may be converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide. This process takes place in it during the fermentation. Since this process takes place in the absence of air, it is called anaerobic. Breakdown of pyruvate using oxygen takes place in mitochondria. The process break up 3 carbon pyruvate molecule to give 3 molecules of carbon dioxide. The other product is water. Since this process takes place in the presence of air, oxygen is called aerobic respiration. The release of energy this process is lot greater than the anaerobic respiration. When there is a lack of oxygen in our muscle cells, another pathway for the breakdown of pyruvate is taken. Here the pyruvate is converted into lactic acid, which is also a 3 carbon molecule. This build up the lactic acid in our muscle during the sudden activity caused by CAM. The energy released during the cellular respiration is immediately used to synthesize molecule called ATP, which is used to fuel all other activities in the cell. This process ATP is broken down, giving rise to a fixed amount of energy which can derive the endothermic reaction taking place in the cell. Some aerobic respiration pathway depend on oxygen. Aerobic organism need to ensure that there is sufficient oxygen taken. We have seen the plant exchange gases through stomata, and the large intercellular space ensure that the cells are connected with air. Carbon dioxide, oxygen are exchanged by diffusion here. They can go into the cell from them and out into the air. The direction of diffusion depends upon the environmental condition and the requirement of the plant at night. When there is no photosynthesis occurring, CO2 elimination is the major exchange of activities going on. During the day, CO2 generated during the respiration is used for photosynthesis, and CO2 is released instead of oxygen released in the major event of the time. Animals during photosynthesis, when there is no photosynthesis occurring, CO2 elimination is the major exchange activities during the day CO2 generated. Animals have evolved different organs for the uptake oxygen from the environment and for getting rid of the carbon dioxide produced. Since amount of dissolved oxygen is fairly low compared to the amount of oxygen reached rates, and breathing aquatic organism is much faster than the terrestrial organism. Terrestrial organism use oxygen in atmosphere for respiration. This oxygen absorbed by different organs in different animals. All these organs have the structures that increases the surface area which in contact with the oxygen rich atmosphere. Since the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide has to be taken place, this surface is very fine and delicate.